Well, you guys are seeing this ground post spraying for the first time at the same time I am. My uncle called Mom the other day and said I had a bunch of skips out here, which I was fully expecting to have some because I couldn't see my rows because all that ryegrass came back in. But I'm actually kind of impressed because apparently a bunch is, I got a strip right there and I got a strip over there, and really, at least sitting on the tractor from the driveway, I couldn't see a whole lot more unless I got a couple right back there in the back. But this field doesn't look too bad. This field looks like hell. I don't know, I haven't walked out here since it rained to see if it's filling in anymore. It's not looking good. Yeah, there's a new one. There's a somewhat new one. There's a couple new ones. I guess it's trying to fill in. It's still not going to be great, but something sprouting is better than nothing sprouting, I suppose. But yeah, this looks like shit. Got a new one there. That guy. Ooh. Come on. That guy's kind of curled up. There he is. And hopefully in another week it looks fairly different. There's one, there's one, there's one. There's one. Yeah, it's filling in. I was really kind of expecting it to because these hills dried out pretty quick, and I was praying to God that they just didn't sprout instead of the opposite, which was been sprouting and dying. I got there. This hill's probably not going to fill back in. I'd be willing to bet that these sprouted and died, because this hill was kind of wet when I planted it. Yeah, there's a few in here though. Would have been nice if we'd got the rain this morning, but I think that all went north. This just looks like shit. Oh boy, what a year. Anyhow, I really wouldn't even unfold my booms, except for the fact that I don't want them up there in the rack flapping around while I'm going through the field. So get the booms unfolded, and I really only need to use the center section of the sprayer to straddle the skips. So that's what happens when your GPS isn't working that great. But anyway, get this boom unfolded and we'll get going. All right. Yeah, that'll work. And I need center boom. I think we're good. Honestly expecting this to be a lot worse, because I could not see shit when I was spraying this. As you can tell, you can't even see the rows where I'm at right now. It's just... one of them times when it would have been nice to have a foam marker set up. But on the other hand, I also don't want to keep putting money into this sprayer because I'd rather have a bigger one. right there. This one actually ends up here. I didn't even bother bringing the camera mount today because spraying videos are getting a little redundant because it's the same thing over and over again, so I wasn't going to make this that long. This right here will take care of the last of the beans. The corn on the muck ground needs sprayed again because it had a bunch of ragweed and water hemp and Palmer amaranth come back into it. Because I'm not 100% sure that my chemical guy gave me the best chemistry for that ground. But lesson learned, we'll do better next year. But I'm not spraying that. I got a buddy who has got some ground down there he got to get sprayed, and he was going to have their big sprayer down there, so he was just going to hit it for me while he was down there. He's already got the chemical, that way I don't have to buy more. And drive over to the other side where the other skip is. Basically, I'm just going to be out here doing this for a little bit, so we'll catch you when I'm getting closer to being done. Well, that was not nearly as bad as I thought. I think I only had 2 across the front and 5 across the back that I had to, well, back being behind this waterway, that I had to get. So for not being able to count my rows or see drill passes when I sprayed this, I'm gonna say I did pretty good. Now, all my critics that I get on here are gonna say that I wasn't worth a shit, but you know, fuck them guys. But what I'm gonna do, since I got done a lot earlier than I thought, is that waterway is kind of rough, and this waterway is kind of rough, and then there's a spot in the back that's full of grass that I couldn't plant. So I'm gonna go home and grab the 1800 and the disc, and we're gonna fix these waterways. So I'm gonna get folded up and head back and grab the other tractor. Okay. Well, over here with the disc, this is gonna be a rough riding son of a bitch. See if I can do this one-handed. Without sticking a harrow spike in the back of my leg. That would hurt. I'm kind of banking on that wet spot not being so wet that I can't get through it. As dry as it is, I can't believe it's that bad. Yeah. That's not at all where I wanted that guy to go. This is a lot easier two-handed, if you can believe it. How embarrassing would it be after a 3-week drought and then an inch of rain over a week and a half that I came out here and buried a tractor? It's kind of hard. but I mean, if I really wanted to, I'd come back in and drill some beans in it right now, but alright. This is the last little spot I wanted to get this down. You guys are probably going to be going for a little bit of a ride because I got to run the lever and hold the camera with the same hand. So we'll see how this works. They're still small enough, yeah, running them over ain't gonna hurt them none. They'll stand right back up. Plus it's hot, so they're bendy. And that's good enough for what it is. I just wanted it to be smoother so I could drive over it with the combine and not rattle my fillings out. So anyway, go head back to the house, I guess. Okay, so fair warning to everybody, that's the end of the farming part of this video. And the tractor, well, not the end of the tractor part of the video because the 18's right there. But we're moving on to the part of the video where we slam the trolls. Because for some reason that last video had 3 really good ones on it, and I don't know how I went from working on a baler to having 3 trolls. But anyway, if that's not your thing, hit the back button now. You've seen the important part. You're not going to like the rest of this. If this is your thing, keep on watching. So, first one, which some people have seen already, is Josh C. I like your videos, but you would get more subs if you actually knew what you were doing. Google is your friend. Well, if you read down through here, I asked where I didn't know what I was doing when I was working on that baler. And he said, you don't even know if that's the right belt. Yeah. How am I supposed to know what belt belongs on there without a parts book? And never having an issue with the pickup on that baler, I never really had a thought to look it up until now. Sorry for not knowing the part number and cross section and length of that belt right offhand. I'm not a fucking miracle worker. Sorry. So he went on for a little bit, and then some of you guys chimed in and slammed him, and he shut up pretty quick. Which I gotta say, it's a lot more fun when you guys slam the trolls, because I try to stay kind of somewhat politically correct. A lot of you guys are just straight up fucking brutal, and it's hilarious. So if you ever see anything and you want to chime in, go for it, because I love reading what you guys say to these assholes. The next one actually turned into 2 guys off of 1 comment. And the first one here was Fred F. I agree with Josh C. You have too much drama in your videos and label everyone as a troll. I can tell you where I was when JFK got shot. Can you? We'll get to that. I have been around Oliver and White Equipment and the rest. You spit shine your planner, planner, P-L-A-N-N-E-R, and parked balers so that mice can get into it and come up with stories about belt tensioner. There is someone that has more knowledge and talent than you. You should ask them before you make these videos about equipment. Also, IH hay equipment was a little different, but worked just fine. I didn't pick on IH hay equipment, I picked on IH balers specifically, and I've heard more than one person tell me that the Model 46 and 47 balers are what took IH out of the hay market. Their hay mowers, on the other hand, were great. The IH, or my neighbor used to run 2 IH 990s, those mowers were fucking bulletproof, because if they can't kill them, nobody can. But anyway, so this here comment from Fred F. I was around when JFK, or I can tell you where I was when JFK got shot. Can you? I don't think I'm that old. I can tell you where I was on 9/11 though. I was in 2nd grade, Miss Backus's class, and I remember him turning the TV on just in time to watch the 2nd plane hit. So I remember that. You spit shine your planner. P-L-A-N-N-E-R. Yeah, because you're supposed to take care of your shit. It's just the thing, you take care of it. But park your baler so mice can get into it. That baler's been parked in the same spot in that barn for the last 4 years because I haven't had any reason to get it out, because I haven't had anything to bale with it. So it was just covered in barn dust, and yeah, mice are going to get in it because it's a dirt floor barn that doesn't have a rat board on it. And there's also combines and shit in there that attract mice. It's a thing. Unless I parked it in a barn like this, and even this barn gets mice in it. But anyway, moving on. And come up with a story about the belt tensioner. That was 100% true. That belt tensioner's been laying in that toolbox since I got that baler, and I had no clue where it went till the other day. Again, never had any issues with a belt slipping on that baler whatsoever. Never really had a reason to look into it. Because if you knew Max, he kept spare shit around for no apparent reason, even broken shit. Because that baler had 3 broken bill hooks laying in the toolbox. Why do you keep 3 broken bill hooks? I don't know. For all I knew, that fucking tensioner was junk. Anyway, there is someone that has more knowledge and talent than you. There's always somebody that's going to have more knowledge than me. I acknowledge that. But if you're going to come on here and leave a comment in the comment section that just makes you sound like a stuck-up asshole and not try to be helpful at all, why should I take your advice? If you're not trying to be a stuck-up asshole, then work on your fucking delivery, because it ain't worth a shit. I have gotten helpful hints or helpful tips off of the comment section because people come on here and say, hey, just trying to be helpful, blah, 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 or, you know, like a normal human being would have a conversation. And that's basically it for that. And then, so I told him, go somewhere else, I'm not forcing you to be here. And then this guy named Luke Weinbrenner decided to jump in. I liked the channel a lot more when it was all about the equipment and preservation of Olivers ever since, S-E-N-S-E, sense, not since. Ever since the return of the channel's break, it seems like the content has gotten more hostile for some reason. If I wanted to hear complaining about farming problems, I would record and listen to myself. And this dude, I must have fucking pissed in his Cheerios this morning or something, because he went on and he actually just quit fucking replying 34 minutes ago. So I fail to see how it's not still about. It's still right there. There's one there. There's one there. There's one back there in the corner. There's a bunch on the other side. It's still about the equipment. Gotten more hostile for some reason. Well, you find that when you got a small YouTube channel, the community is a lot more tighter knit, and you know more people that are in it, and you don't get all the fucking idiots showing up. And as you get more and more subscribers, you get more and more idiots showing up. And how I deal with it is I fuck with the idiots. It's more fun that way. Sorry, not sorry. If you don't like me fucking with the idiots, don't be an idiot. And apparently, because I give trolls on here a hard time, that gives all the farmers in this country a bad reputation. I'm sorry, everybody. I guess I'm fucking us all over. I don't know. Then when he said that, I said, ouch, you hurt my one feeling. Because at this point, you really just start fucking with them to see how long you can go before they admit defeat on their own. So I start saying really stupid stuff. And he says, way to represent the YouTube farming community, let alone the Oliver community. Well, first off, I am not the best guy in the world to represent the Oliver community, because I am the most politically incorrect son of a bitch you will ever meet in your life. Because I'm tired of everybody being all nitpicky and tiptoey and politically correct. It's stupid. Secondly, I haven't been to an Oliver show since 2012. I'm not a member of the club. I don't subscribe to either one of the magazines. Not for lack of wanting to, I just don't have the time anymore like I used to. So, like I say, I am far from being the best guy to represent the Oliver community, so that's no skin off my back. The farming community, I've already been told multiple times through the years of doing this by some big-time operators that, well, big-time operators and or small-time keyboard warriors, you never really know, that I am not a farmer because I farm with this stuff. Apparently, you have to spend so many X millions of dollars on equipment and land before you can call yourself a farmer. So, I'm not representing the farming community at all doing this. And basically after that, he just starts running out of steam, and like I say, 34 minutes ago, he finally admitted defeat on his own. So, yeah, that was the fun for that last video. I've also had a couple of comments about the language. I apologize. I know it's bad. I'm not going to censor myself. This is what it is. It's part of the deal. You either can deal with it or you can't. If you can't, I completely understand. I hold nothing against you. There's other channels that are a lot cleaner. Go watch Chris Losey. He doesn't use any of the language. He's got a lot cooler toys than I do. He farms more than I do. Go watch him. He's the exact opposite of me, and you'll enjoy his shit a lot more. Sorry, is what it is. If you're willing to stick around, great. It's going to be a wild ride. If you're one of the people that just comes on here because you think I make a fool of myself and you like to laugh, great. I get paid because you're still watching, so thanks for the money. But anyway, and I'm not doing this because I'm trying to get sympathy, so don't turn the comment section into don't let the trolls get to you. And I'm not fucking quitting. I'm not going anywhere. Don't fucking say anything about trolls in the damn comment section. That's not why I'm saying this. I'm saying this because it's fun to pick on the fucking trolls. So, with that being said, it's hot. I'm going to go inside and drink some water and put this video together. That's it for this one. We'll catch y'all on the next one.